Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a get ready with me slash my first trimester pregnancy story. This is a long awaited video that I know I said I was going to post for you guys, so today I'm actually going to be posting it. Well, not posting it, but recording it for you guys. While we are talking about that, I'm also going to be doing my makeup, and then touching up my hair because my hair looks a little crazy. Sorry if you can hear my toilet running in the background. It's constantly running. I don't know what the problem is with that, but let's go ahead and get straight into this video. I have some juicy details about my first trimester, and let's just say it was real hard. Okay,
good work. She don't wanna love and make it no better. She don't wanna honesty and no nana. She ain't even talking if there's no rapper. Oh no, my baby on a whole nother different level. She be slower but now she take me to heaven when she goes slower. Right after we fuck, she give me culture down.
so we're gonna be using the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. This is something that I recently just purchased from Sephora. I recently also just purchased the Pore Professional Benefits primer, and then we have the new Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Glass Bomb Fenty Glow lip gloss, and then we also have Makeup by Mario. So these are the new products that I have that we are going to be using for this get ready with me video for today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, so my first trimester, I would say that this pregnancy is a little bit different from my first pregnancy with my son Nolan. This pregnancy has been a little bit more complicated for me. So let's just start from the beginning. I found out that I was pregnant on my birthday, which is November 6th. So I found out that I was pregnant November 6th, 2022. I had a feeling that I was pregnant, and I usually always have a feeling when I'm pregnant, so there is that. I knew something was off with me because I keep track of my cycle, and my cycle was off, girl. It was completely off, and I just knew something was wrong with me. You know, I was trying to figure out what was going on with my body yada yada. My girl was not coming. My cycle was not coming. Hold on, let me see if I can turn this water off. Okay, so fix the water situation. I didn't know all I had to do was turn the knob, but we got it together. So yeah, my cycle was not coming down, and I keep track of my cycle on this app called Flow. You know, it kind of lets me know when my cycle is going to be expected to come, and then it lets me know when I'm ovulating and all that good stuff. So I was paying attention to my app, and I noticed that I had missed my period, and I was like, I think I'm pregnant. I did go to Texas for my birthday, so I spent my time in Dallas with my twin sister. We were both celebrating our birthday, so that was pretty fun. I didn't really have any type of symptoms that indicated that I was pregnant, so I felt fine. But I did tell my sister, like, I think I'm pregnant. And it's so funny because I always end up telling my sister, like, hey, I think I'm pregnant. Like, it never fails. When I was pregnant with Nolan, same thing happened. I just knew. You just kind of have a feeling. You kind of have this inner knowing that you're pregnant. So yeah. So I flew back in to St. Louis November. It was either November 5th or November 6th. I think it was November. It was my birthday. I remember. I flew back in on my birthday. So that evening, I told my boyfriend, like, I think I'm pregnant. So I got a pregnancy test. So I picked up a pregnancy test from the store because I was like, yeah, I feel like I'm pregnant. So, you know, what do you do when you feel like you're pregnant? You get a pregnancy test to confirm if you have a little baby inside of you. So that's what I did. I went and got the pregnancy test. I took it, I don't know if I took one or if I took two, but I took it and it turned out I was pregnant. So yeah, fast forward to the week of Thanksgiving. Mind you guys, I was not experiencing any type of pregnancy symptoms, any type of like cravings or anything like that, any soreness in my breast, none of that stuff. Like I literally did not feel like I was pregnant. Like I do feel a little bad though because I was drinking on my birthday, but hey, like this baby is fine. Yeah, I was drinking on my birthday. Pretty typical. I feel like a lot of people will be drinking and they don't be knowing that they're pregnant. I mean, it was so early on in the pregnancy, I really don't think it will have any effects on my baby. So not really too much worried about that, but it's funny because the same thing happened when I was pregnant with Nolan. I was drinking. I was actually like messed up. I was like in Key West, drinking on boats, messed up. I'm talking about like messed up, jumping in the middle of the ocean. That's what I was doing when I was pregnant with Nolan, jumping in the middle of the ocean in Key West, Florida. What a time to be alive. But yeah, so all the way up to the point of Thanksgiving, I did not experience any like severe like morning sickness or anything like that. Didn't have any specific cravings, didn't really feel any type of way as far as like being pregnant. Like I just wasn't really feeling the effects of pregnancy yet. So comes Thanksgiving. Actually, I lied. There was a symptom that I was starting to experience a few days prior to, not a few days, maybe like a week or two prior to Thanksgiving. I could not bear the smell of anything. Like it was making me sick to my stomach to smell anything. So it was really, really annoying because we have a dog and the smell of the dog was making me so nauseous, and I could not bear the smell of the dog. And the dog that we have is a puppy. Well, he was a puppy. He's still a puppy. He hasn't turned a year old just yet, but he's a puppy, and like he would still have accidents in the house. And I could smell if he had an accident from upstairs. So the scent was making me literally gag. Come the day of Thanksgiving, that is when all hell broke loose, okay? I literally was throwing up. I threw up like 4 times that day. I did not have an appetite. My boyfriend was in the kitchen cooking like Thanksgiving dinner, which I didn't even get to eat because pregnant, could not eat anything. But I literally could not eat anything. But my boyfriend, he cooked Thanksgiving dinner for us, and I was not able to eat any of the food, which really sucked because I really wanted to eat the food, but I couldn't bear the smell of what he was cooking in the kitchen. It was literally making me so sick. At this point, I was throwing up so bad, and I don't know, like I just literally felt like I was going to die. Like what was it? You know, I feel like I'm leaving some stuff out. Sorry guys, I am experiencing pregnancy brain, so I have been very forgetful lately, and sorry if I have to you know, go back and kind of fill you guys in on something that I missed out, because pregnancy brain is real, and I don't care what nobody says, like pregnancy brain is real, and it really does affect your memory. So I do remember we were trying like certain remedies and stuff because, like I said before, I wasn't able to bear the smell of anything, and I was starting to get a little nauseous around that time. So my boyfriend was buying like a lot of natural herbal remedies and stuff like that. He even bought me like a little herbal book to like help me with like certain treatments and stuff like that. So we were trying a lot of natural products. We were trying raspberry leaf, we were trying mint tea. We were trying sea moss. We were trying a lot of different things that would kind of help settle my stomach, since I was experiencing a lot of nausea, and at this point I was starting to throw up. But like I said, on Thanksgiving Day, that was kind of like my boiling point, and that was like the point where I was like, okay, I can't bear it anymore. I'm not eating any food. I literally would go all day without eating. I think the only thing at that time that I was able to even bear was a bag of chips, sea salt chips at that, like kettle sea salt chips. That was the only thing I was able to bear at that time. So it was getting rough, okay? And when he started cooking in that kitchen, baby, my stomach was left, and I was just feeling so much pain, and I just felt so weak from not eating any food. So he eventually called the ambulance, and that was the day. Sorry y'all, I do snack throughout the day. I love cotton candy grapes at the moment. Like, these are my favorite. And I do have my water. I only drink spring water, just to let you guys know. But he ended up calling the ambulance. I rode in the ambulance. He finished cooking Thanksgiving dinner. He was at the house with my son. After he finished cooking, because he did have to burn food to his mom as well, so he wasn't just cooking for me and the kids. He was cooking for his mother too. So after I got admitted into a room and got my IV in and all that stuff, he did come up there with Nolan, and you know, basically what they told me at the hospital was that I was extremely dehydrated, and they confirmed that I was pregnant. I was about 8 weeks pregnant at that point. This was on Thanksgiving Day. So yeah, definitely knew I was pregnant. But you know, anytime you're pregnant, you have to get it confirmed by a doctor. So yeah, they basically confirmed that I was pregnant Thanksgiving Day at the hospital. What they did is they kept me on an IV, gave me lots of fluids. I immediately started to feel better once I got the fluids in my system, and after a few hours I was released, and they told me that I needed to find an OB, you know, to, dang, what the heck is going on with my eyebrow? I think I messed up my eyebrow. Basically, they told me that I needed to get an OB to treat me throughout my pregnancy. So yeah, that is what happened after Thanksgiving. After that hospital visit, I was still experiencing a lot of nausea and throwing up. At this point, I was throwing up at least 4 times a day. And I was losing a lot of weight. Like, I kind of want to show you guys a picture, but then I kind of don't, because I look like a freaking skeleton. My friend makes fun of me and says I was on my Bella time. You know, Bella from not Vampire Diaries, from dang, Twilight. Bella from Twilight, when she was pregnant with her baby girl. Yeah, that was me. That's how I was looking. That's what it was giving. I was giving very much so skeleton. It was giving skeletal, giving very malnourished. I was very malnourished at this point, and it was very sickening to look at me. Like, I did not recognize myself. I was so dehydrated because I didn't want to drink any water. I was just kind of like going through it. Any little thing would kind of make me throw up, and it really sucked. It really did, because at this point, I was not able to take care of myself. I was not able to take care of my children. I was not able to cater to my partner. I was not able to do anything. I was so sick. All I could do was lay in bed all day. Like, the only thing that I could keep down for a few hours. So like, I wasn't even able to keep food down at this point. So I wasn't even able to like I said, keep any food down. I was sick as a freaking dog. I went to the hospital probably 2 times after that first trip, and I had to go back to the doctor to get an IV so I could feel better. Something about them IVs, girl. I don't know what they be putting in them or what, but that IV was like literally the only thing that would help me make me feel better. And I had to continue to do that, because if I didn't, I was literally going to die. Okay, my weight had dropped down to like 85 pounds. That's how small I was. Mind you, right now I'm 120 pounds. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, God. Okay, because I was 85 pounds. I dropped down to that low of a number in my weight. It was very embarrassing. It was it was a very dark moment in my life, and I don't want to experience that again. That's why I kind of don't want to get pregnant again, because it was just too rough on my body. It was too much on my mental. I was so depressed at that time. Like I said, it was such a dark moment in my life. Like, I didn't even want to live. Not that I didn't want to live literally, but that's how I felt. I was just so out of it. Like, I would cry. I would literally cry every day. I was crying. It was really, really bad. My boyfriend, he tried to get me to eat. I didn't want to eat anything because I knew if I would eat, I would just throw it right back up. And I hate throwing up, so it was too much to deal with, and it was just too much to bear. And I was literally going through hell. Okay, the only comfort that I was getting at the time was taking baths. Taking a nice warm bubble bath was literally the only way for me to feel any type of comfort throughout that time period with my pregnancy. And it also is a good way. Oh, sorry, I'm using a new brush today for my eyebrows, and I don't know if I like it because this is not really as precise as I would like her to be. But we make it work, I guess. I don't know how I feel about this. Me no. Okay, so like I was saying, the only comfort that I was able to receive during that time is literally just taking baths. And my sister is a doula, and she also said that taking baths does help with hydration. So it was helping me stay hydrated in a sense, not to the full capacity as drinking water would, because obviously if you consume water, you know, it's gonna get into your system a lot faster, but our skin does absorb. So if you sit in a bathtub full of water, your skin is gonna absorb the water. So it was a level of relief as far as hydration, but it wasn't really completing doing everything that I needed to do for me to stay like tip-top shape, healthy, but it was helping. So I would take a lot of warm baths and just sit in the tub literally for hours. And that was my level of comfort during that time. I would just light a candle, sit in the tub, and try to consume some water and eat some strawberries. Strawberries was like the only fruit I can consume at that time, and apples, but I would throw it up eventually at some point. Some days I wouldn't throw it up, some days I would. It really just depended on what this little baby wanted, because ultimately it was up to the baby. The baby was in control and I had no control at that time. I literally had no control of myself. This baby was literally taking over my mind, body, spirit, and soul, baby, okay? Like everything, like the baby was taking over everything, and I was completely out of control at this point. At this time as well, my boyfriend was taking on all the heavy load of the responsibilities as far as what my portion of my responsibilities was supposed to be in our relationship at that time. So he was making sure the kids were going to school. He was helping the kids with anything they needed. He was helping his mom with anything they needed, which sometimes I do help his mom as well, which I do right now too, which I'm not gonna go too deep into that because it's kind of personal, and just basically his mom is someone that we have to help because of her disability. But yeah, so basically he was taking on the full load of everything, and I can tell he was like super stressed out, but he was holding his weight so good. And I know it can be a lot for one person to be taking care of like 5 people by themselves. So I really do appreciate what he did for us during that time period, because it's really hard to take care of a whole family, you know. It's not easy. It's not easy work. Oh, I don't have any more makeup wipes. That's okay. But yeah, he was taking on the full load of everything. But he was doing a great job at it. He definitely made sure that I was good throughout the process. He definitely made sure that I was eating something. You know, he was catering to my every need. And I've never really been treated so well with a pregnancy like I was with this pregnancy so far. So I really, really appreciate him for that. He was also keeping my family in the loop with everything that was going on. He was contacting my mother, he was contacting my father, and he was just doing such a great job at keeping everybody informed with my current condition. And it just made me really appreciate him so much more. And I'm so happy to be having this baby with him, because he is just such an awesome person, and I've never felt this type of love from someone, this type of care from someone, and this type of nurturing from someone, a partner. So it just felt really, really good to know that I had him as a really good support system through such a hard time in my pregnancy. And mind you guys, also, the closer I got to my second trimester, I was starting to get a little bit more comfortable with eating. At this point, I was on a full vegetarian diet. I couldn't do vegan because, girl, I just can't do vegan. You know what I'm saying? I just can't be a full-on vegan. So I did the best that I could. So I was on a full vegetarian diet. I was hooked on these specific sandwiches from Subway, and it was like flatbread with lettuce, spinach, tomatoes, black olives, banana peppers, jalapenos, with mustard mayo, honey mustard, and Southwest Chipotle. Y'all, like literally a game changer. I usually would have gotten that sandwich with turkey meat, but since my body was literally rejecting meat at this point in my pregnancy, I just ate it without meat. And it was literally heaven on earth. I was eating that pretty much almost every day, I kid you not. I was eating that pretty much every day with a bag of jalapeno chips. Sometimes I would eat with 2 bags of jalapeno chips. But this was literally holding me down for like the remainder of my first trimester. So yeah, that was an experience. I thank God though, because like I said, it was such a rough period in my life. I just was like, I don't want to get pregnant again. Like this ish is just too much. It becomes a lot, because when I was throwing up every day, 4 times a day, it literally took a toll on my throat as well. So because I was throwing up so much, my throat was always hurting. I was always in pain. Something was always bothering me, whether it be like my mental, or like my throat was hurting, or like just something. And then also, this is TMI, but I was extremely constipated as well, which is not fun at all to be constipated and pregnant. Yeah, don't really want to talk about that too much because it literally was really bad, and it was uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable not being able to use the bathroom like I would like to. But when I started eating those little sandwiches, those little Subway sandwiches, I did start to regain my strength, and I was able to start using the bathroom regularly. So that was good. Those little Subway sandwiches literally saved my life. I was literally eating that every day. When I say every day, guys, I mean every day. I kid you not. It was every day. Another thing is, I forgot to tell you guys, for winter break, I had to send my son off to Texas. His aunties and his dad's side of the family watched him for like almost 2 weeks. So that was something that helped me out as well. My dad actually came to come get him, and that was such a big help as far as, you know, having someone to watch him during that time. So I was grateful for that. Thanks for my family. Also, I'm super grateful for my boyfriend's mom. She definitely was helping out as much as she could, as well, as far as helping with the kids during that rough period of time. So yeah, I definitely could say, like, you know, as rough as it was, I had a really great support system. I still have a really great support system throughout my pregnancy. So definitely a blessing, because not a lot of people get that. Some people go through this alone, and I can only imagine what it's like to go through it alone. I actually have been through it alone. So I am so grateful that God, you know, had an amazing support system for me throughout this second pregnancy of my life, and that I didn't have to really go through the process by myself. Well, I didn't go through it completely alone. I had my older sister. She was there for me. My dad was there for me, and my mom was there for me. But like in the beginning stages, like as far as like having that person, like, you know, that you got pregnant by, like I didn't have that. Like I was, you know, in the bed by myself. I had to, you know, get myself together. I was still going through school. Like it was a lot. Like, and I didn't have the partner that I got pregnant with, you know, there to support me. We had our differences, and I kind of just had to go through my pregnancy by myself in the beginning stages. Thankfully, I had my older sister with me, going to my doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So I do appreciate her for that when I was going through my pregnancy with Nolan. So now that we got through the nitty and gritty as far as the first trimester, let's go ahead and get into the second trimester and how I have been feeling so far, thus far in my second trimester. But first, I do want to go ahead and kind of get this face a little bit more together. So let me go ahead and get off screen and well, not off screen. Let me go ahead and just do it. Let's just do it, okay? Ooh. So, literally as soon as I hit my second trimester, it's like everything that I was experiencing through my first trimester literally went out the freaking door. Like, I was able to regain my energy back. I don't know where that came from, but I was able to regain my energy back. I was able to get up and move around. I was able to get out the bed, which was such a big deal for me because I was literally in bed all day long. When I say all day, I mean I was in bed all day, okay? I was in bed all day. So I was able to start moving around. I was able to start bringing the kids to school. I was able to start helping the kids, bring the kids to school, picking the kids up from school. I was just able to be more active, and I completely stopped throwing up, which is a really big deal because that was really a big factor in the pregnancy for me, was me throwing up so much. Like that was just like the big like problem for me, and that was the most uncomfortable feeling as far as like my first trimester. I also was able to bear the taste of water because I was not able to drink as much water as I would like have to in my first trimester. But hey, you know, we take what we can, okay? We do what we can. So I was able to start drinking water as much as I needed to again, which I'm still kind of struggling with the water consumption. So as of right now, I'm kind of just drinking as much as I can, you know, because it's a little hard. Something about water when you're pregnant is just so weird. Like sometimes like, you're not able to really drink water like you would like to, but it's okay, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But let me add some shimmer onto my lid. I want a pretty eye today. And by the way, I am not putting any mascara on today. So it is what it is. But yeah, I am able to work out again. I'm able to eat literally whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, how much I want. And I'm truly grateful for that. I have been watching my diet. So I do eat pretty healthy. And I like to keep it that way because I do plan on having a natural birth. So I do want to make sure I'm as healthy as possible when it comes to eating, because I want to be able to push this baby out naturally. And I don't want anything stopping this pregnancy. I don't want anything to come in the way when it comes to having this baby. Basically is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to have anything stop me from having this baby naturally. So yeah. All right guys, so this is the finishing look. I just put my hair in a little ponytail. Your girl's hair is getting long, but yeah, I just want to put it in a ponytail today because I wasn't trying to do too much or whatever, you know. But that concludes today's video. That is how my first trimester went throughout this pregnancy so far. If you guys are interested in getting a second trimester, symptoms, cravings, and all that good stuff, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and press the bell notification button to be notified whenever I post a new video. I will definitely be making a second trimester video, and then a third, no, definitely a third. As of right now, I'm currently in my second trimester, so I'm still going through the motions right now, but I do have some updates that I can give you guys, which I will save for the next video. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this helped some of you pregnant girlies. By the way, should I say there's a lot of pregnant girls in 2023, baby. Like, it's a lot of pregnancies popping up. A lot of people are getting pregnant. A lot of people are having babies. It's beautiful to see. And Rihanna's pregnant too, so I'm just happy to be pregnant with the queen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you girls in the next video. Bye guys.
She don't wanna love and make it no butter. She don't wanna honesty and no nana. She ain't even talking if there's no rapper. Oh,